Points of trisection. Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to explore a very specific and useful concept in coordinate geometry known as points of trisection. To start off, let's look at what trisection actually means. In geometry, when we talk about trisection, we are simply talking about the act of dividing a single line segment into 3 equal parts. Now, imagine we have a line segment, which we will call a B if our goal is to divide this segment into 3 equal lengths. We can't do it with just one mark. We actually need to identify 2 distinct points located along the segment, a B. Let's name these 2 points P and Q. The key characteristic of a trisected segment is that the spacing between all these points is identical. This means that the distance from A to P, the distance from P to Q, and the distance from Q to B are all exactly equal. In mathematical terms, we express this as a P equals PQ equals QB. As we move forward into the next slide, we will look at how we can use ratios to mathematically define where these points P and Q actually sit on the line. Understanding the ratios. Now that we understand the concept of trisection from the previous slide, let's look at how we actually apply this mathematically. To find the exact coordinates of these points using the section formula, we can't just plug in numbers blindly. We first need to determine the specific ratio in which these points divide the entire segment, a B. Let's focus on the first point, which we've called point P. If you look at the segment, point P is positioned closer to point A because we are dividing the line into 3 equal parts. The distance from A to P is just one single unit. However, the remaining part of the segment, from P to B, is made up of the other 2 equal units. Specifically, the distance from P to Q plus the distance from Q to B. Because of this, we say that point P divides the segment a B internally in the ratio 1:2. Next, let's examine point Q, our second point of trisection. This point is positioned closer to point B in this case. The distance from it to Q covers 2 of our equal units. That's the distance from A to P plus the distance from P to Q. The remaining part, from Q to B, is just that one final unit. Therefore, point Q divides the segment a B internally in the ratio 2:1. Understanding these 2 different ratios, 1:2 and 2:1, is the most crucial step before we move on to the actual methods of calculation. Methods to find points of trisection. Now that we understand the concept of trisection and the specific ratios we need to use, let's look at how we actually solve these problems. There are 2 primary mathematical approaches you can take to find these points. The first approach, which we'll call Method 1, is using the section formula twice. This is a very direct method, where we apply the general section formula for both points independently. To do this, you'll follow 2 clear steps. In step 1, you will use the ratio m sub 1 to m sub 2, which is 1:2, to find the coordinates of our first point, P. Then in step 2, you will repeat the process, but this time you'll use the ratio m sub 1 to m sub 2, which is 2:1, to find the coordinates of our second point, Q. It's a straightforward way to work, and we'll see it in action in just a moment. But keep in mind that there is actually an even faster alternative method, which we will discuss on the next slide. Alternative method for finding points. Now, while the first method we discussed involves applying the section formula twice, I want to introduce you to an alternative method that is often much faster and more efficient. This is method 2, which combines the section formula with the midpoint formula. Here is how you would execute this approach. In step 1, you do exactly what we planned in the previous method. You use the ratio of 1:2 to find the coordinates of our first point, point P. However, for step 2, instead of setting up a whole new section formula calculation for point Q, we can use a shortcut. Think back to our definition of trisection. Since points P and Q divide the entire line into 3 equal segments, that means the distance from P to Q is the same as the distance from Q to B. This implies that point Q is located exactly halfway between point P and the endpoint B. Therefore, once you have found the coordinates for point P, You can find point Q simply by calculating the midpoint of the segment PB. This can save you a lot of algebraic work during an exam. Real-world application example. Imagine you are organizing a straight relay racetrack. The race begins at point A and concludes at point B. To ensure the runners stay hydrated, the organizers want to place 2 water stations, which we will call point P and point Q, along the track. The goal is to position these stations so that the entire track is divided into 3 perfectly equal distances. To solve this mathematically, we need specific starting information. We are given the coordinates for our start and end points. Point A is located at x equals 2, y equals -2, and our finish line, point B, is located at x equals -1, y equals 10. Now that we understand the theory and the different methods available to us, let's put this into practice with a real-world application. In the next few slides, we will walk through the step-by-step calculations to find the exact coordinates for both water stations, P and Q. Step-by-step solution for point P. In step 1, our goal is to find the coordinates of the first point, point P, as we discussed earlier in the lesson. To find this first point, we need to use the ratio of 1 to 2. Let's identify our values first. Looking at our starting point A, we have x sub 1 equals 2 and y sub 1 equals -2. For our ending point B, we have x sub 2 equals -1 and y sub 2 equals 10. And, as we established, our ratio values are m sub 1 equals 1 and m sub 2 equals 2. Now, let's apply the section formula. To find the x-coordinate, we multiply m sub 1 by x sub 2, then add the product of m sub 2 and x1, and finally divide the whole thing by the sum of m sub 1 and m sub 2. When we plug in our numbers, that gives us 1 times -1 plus 2 times 2, all divided by 1 plus 2. This simplifies to -1 plus 4, which is 3, all divided by 3. This leaves us with an x-coordinate of 1. Next, we do the exact same process for the y-coordinate. We take m1 times y sub 2, add m sub 2 times y sub 1, and divide by the sum of m sub 1 and m sub 2. Substituting our values, we get 1 times 10 plus 2 times -2, all divided by 1 plus 2. That simplifies to 10 minus 4, which is 6, all divided by 3. This gives us a y-coordinate of 2. So, after completing the calculation, we can confidently say that the coordinates for point P are 1, 2. Now that we have our scenario from the previous slide, where we are looking for the water stations on our relay track, let's roll up our sleeves and get into the actual calculation. Now that we have found the first point, let's move on to the next slide to find point Q. Step-by-step solution for point Q. Now that we have successfully found the first point, P$, let's move on to step 2, where we find the coordinates for our second point, Q$. As we discussed in our earlier slides regarding ratios, point Q$ is the second point of trisection, meaning it sits closer to point B$. Therefore, instead of using the 1 to 2 ratio we used for point P$, we will now use the ratio of 2 to 1. We will use the exact same coordinates for A and B$ that we used in the previous step, where x$ sub 1 is 2, $y$ sub 1 is -2, x$ sub 2 is -1, and y$ sub 2 is 10. The only thing changing is our ratio, where m$ sub 1 equals 2 and m$ sub 2 equals 1. Let's calculate the x-coordinate first. Using the section formula, m$ sub 1 times x$ sub 2 plus m$ sub 2 times x$ sub 1, all divided by m$ sub 1 plus m$ sub 2. When we substitute our values, we get 2 times -1 plus 1 times 2, all divided by 2 plus 1. This simplifies to -2 plus 2, which gives us 0/3, and finally our x-coordinate is 0. Next, let's find the y-coordinate. Following the same formula, we take m$ sub 1 times y$ sub 2 plus m$ sub 2 times y$ sub 1, all divided by m$ sub 1 plus m$ sub 2. Plugging in our numbers, we get 2 times 10 plus 1 times -2, all divided by 2 plus 1. This gives us 20 minus 2, which is 18, all divided by 3. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. So, after completing these calculations, we can conclude that the coordinates for point Q are 0, 6. In the next slide, we will review some common pitfalls to watch out for when performing these types of calculations. Common mistakes to avoid. First, let's talk about incorrect ratios. A very frequent mistake students make is using a ratio like 1 to 3 or 2 to 3. It is important to remember what we discussed in slide 2. Trisection means the entire line is divided into 3 equal parts. To create those 3 parts, we only need 2 points. This means the first point divides the line into 1 part and 2 parts, giving us a ratio of 1 to 2. The second point leaves 1 part on the end and 2 parts behind, giving us a ratio of 2 to 1. So, always stick to 1 to $2 and 2 to 1. Second, be very careful with mixing up your coordinates. When you are using the section formula, as we saw in our step-by-step calculations, you must ensure that x1 is always paired with y1 and x2 is always paired with y2. Additionally, if you choose to use the faster alternative method I mentioned in slide 4, the midpoint method, don't accidentally use the original coordinates of A and B to find point Q. You must use the coordinates of point P and point B. Finally, watch out for calculation errors involving negative signs. This is where many marks are lost. When you are substituting values into the formula, especially when multiplying a ratio value by a negative coordinate, such as m2 times x1 where x1 is a negative number, be extremely careful. A simple slip with a minus sign will change your entire result. Now, before we wrap up our lesson, I want to pause and discuss some common pitfalls. Even if you understand the concept of trisection, it is very easy to make small errors that can lead to the wrong answer. Keep these tips in mind as we move to our final summary of the key takeaways. Key takeaways. All right, we have reached the end of our lesson. Let's take a moment to recap the key takeaways from today's session on the points of trisection to ensure everything is clear. First, remember the fundamental definition. Trisection simply means the process of dividing a single line segment into 3 equal parts. As we discussed when looking at our initial diagram, because we are creating 3 segments, it requires us to identify and find exactly 2 distinct points along that line. Now, let's review the ratios we used in our calculations. For the first point, which we called point P, it divides the segment OB in the ratio of 1 to 2. For the second point, point Q, it divides the segment OB in the ratio of 2 to 1. And finally, as a helpful tip for your exams, don't forget that alternative method we covered. You can also find point Q by simply calculating the midpoint of the segment PB. If you have mastered these ratios and these 2 methods, you are well prepared to tackle any trisection problem. Great job today!